There are so many cars out there. Holy crap, Mel. We're over at McAllister's eating us some food. And it's beautiful and delicious. There are so many people out today.
So many tourists in town.
Yeah, well, it's like late July. We actually we were gonna go over to Chick-fil-A, but we could not even get into the parking lot. Like, we pulled into the parking lot, and as we did, the tail end of our car was sticking out into the street, and that was where the line for the drive-thru started. So we couldn't even get into the parking lot. So I was like, well, forget this. So we came over to McAllister's instead. Got up pretty early today, which is good. Went shipped out, I don't know what it's called, Autumn Summits. It's Mal's second tropical freeze painting. And then decided to come over here and get a bite to eat before we go home and get back to work. We have a lot to do. But, you know, we're getting it done. You have a lot to do. You have to finish an entire painting in like 5 days. You think you can do it? Like honestly?
Yeah.
Like, do you really, you believe that? Okay. I mean, if you believe it, then I believe in you. So the other day on the vlog, I talked a little bit about hitting the ground running when we got back in terms of like work. And that's been going pretty well. We're now pretty set on Stephen Plays content for like a week and a half. Still have to edit a few things, but now that allows me the ability to switch back over and work on vlogs. I know it won't mean much to you guys that are watching this right now, but currently I'm still pushing through Arizona. Arizona was beautiful, and it was a really great time, but there was also some of the most complicated vlogs I've ever shot, and certainly ever edited. The one that I'm focused on right now is Antelope Canyon, which I could have done a better job in terms of organization of clips. Because what happened was, when we were there, I shot it with a GoPro on my chest, and then I also shot it with this camera, the ZS-100. And the problem was, when we're going through this thing, I'm filming like intermittently with both. I don't have this on the whole time. I don't have this on the whole time. And it's hard to tell what clips go together. And it's not even that I'm trying to put them together, but it does help you have a coherent spatial awareness of the location. If you are moving from one shot to another, you at least want the location, all the background stuff to look, similar, because you want it to feel like it's progressing through Antelope Canyon. Unfortunately, the way I shot it makes that relatively impossible. The good news is Antelope Canyon looks pretty much the same. Like, every little bit of it looks the same. And I'm not sure how I'm going to cut it quite yet at this point in time, but there's a lot of clips. It's all beautiful, but there's a lot of it. So I'm still trying to decide, for one, how to put it together, because I want the shots to be varied. You don't want to cut from one sky shot to another sky shot. You need to go from a sky shot to like a pan to like, a GoPro shot walking through the cave. You have to vary it up. And you have to think about all that stuff while making sure that it looks like you're going through the cave. And then also, when you're done with all of that, try and set it to music. It's hard, but that's all right. We get to relax this evening, finishing off the evening with something unrelated to work, but very much related to fruit, and that's these Rainier cherries. Is that what they're called? Rainier, right?
Yeah, they're from Washington.
Oh, but that's why they're called. That makes sense then.
Well, see, we have two types.
Wait, we do?
I got you one of the other ones, so you could taste test.
Oh, we're going to do a taste test of the cherries? So what is the yellow ones are the Rainier cherries.
Yes.
What are the other ones?
Bing cherries.
Bing?
Yeah.
And which one should I taste first?
It's up to you.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to taste the Bing cherry first. I gotta say, that's a good cherry.
That is a good cherry.
I like cherries a lot.
Me too.
And that's a good cherry. So now I'm going to try one of these Rainier cherries. I've had these before, but I've never had them back to back.
They're sweeter.
They are noticeably sweeter.
I mean, the Bing cherries are really good, and I really like them. But
yeah.
These are like a special treat. They were on sale, and I really wanted them.
Yeah, when we were at Publix today, Mal spotted those and wanted to get them, and I was like, all right. And she said, could we also get normal cherries?
Because they're also on sale?
And I was like, you want 2 things of cherries? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, well, my policy on food is you can get whatever you want as long as you eat it. One of my big pet peeves is if food goes to waste. So as long as food's not going to waste, as long as we will eat them, then that's cool. We'll get the cherries. But I've never taste tested them back to back. The Rainiers are noticeably sweeter. I think on the packaging it actually said Nature's Candy, and that explains a lot because it's kind of like eating candy. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Talk about cherries. I'll put that on the end card anyway, but talk about cherries. Because there's got to be more than 2 types, right? There's even more than this? Mm-hmm. See, I don't know anything about types of fruit, and this is something I don't know if I've talked about before, but like I didn't even know that there were more than like 3 types of apples until I met Mallory. She was like, "Yeah, Honeycrisp are my favorite," and I'm like, "Is that the red one or is that the yellow one?" And Mal was like, "What?" And I'm like, "There's red and green and yellow." And she's like, "No, there's a lot more than that." And I was like, "Oh." So I still have a lot to learn about fruit. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?